Vincent Oshana, ladies and gentlemen, come on.
Thank you. Change up. I'm gonna show you head down. Are you kidding me? What's up, guys? Thank you for fucking tuning back in to Funny How. The beautiful Natalia Devalle is on my motherfucking ones and twos. Sorry, I cussed. Gabriel's gonna be pissed off. But yo, today in the house, he doesn't really need an introduction if you already know he's gonna be on it. This guy is originally from Toronto. Fucking his YouTube videos. I saw one that was the racist and the woke character with his boy. And bro, since then I've just been a huge fan. His special is out right now. White Immigrant. Ladies and gentlemen, the funny, the tall, probably hung, but just from a rumor from my mother. Ryan Long, everybody. What's up, Ryan?
This is an operation you guys got going on here.
Dude, this is like, we're in a bank vault.
I love it.
And you know, yo, if they close that, the oxygen will run out, right? Nah, I'm assuming.
I don't know about that.
I don't. Well,
maybe
it's a vault. They didn't think that. They
That's
didn't put
a good question, actually.
No, we would die.
No, because there's some type of air stuff in here. Right?
No, we would die.
I love that we're already drinking though, dude. Because I rocked out all night with like a bunch of Miami comics and stuff. Like, yeah, you know Carlos and Anna's after my show, and then my luggage got lost I left in the Uber.
Wait. Showing up?
No, going back from the bar. We went to the bar.
Oh, because you landed. Okay,
and then I took a Uber back to my hotel. Left my luggage and like pretty wild amount of stuff, like my hard drive with all like my videos on it, my computer, a pretty wild amount of cash from like tour. Yo, I was like, yeah, like I don't know, $25,000 like stuff, like everything.
It was in the trunk.
Yeah, I just forgot.
Dude.
So I was like trying to deal with that till like 5, and then it still hasn't been resolved, by the way.
No, it's still out there?
Still out there.
Dude. Oh, you know. Okay,
yeah,
what?
I feel like I'm not getting the cash back.
What ethnicity was the driver?
No, I'm not going to. Okay,
let me guess. Because every time I've been picked up from Miami, the guy's like, mira, tú quieres un ride? I know who the fuck picked you up, bro. By the way, we're all minorities in here, so we're good.
All right, yeah, he had a do-rag on, I'll say that.
Oh, so he was like, oh, dude, you're definitely not getting any of the cash back.
I want my hard drive back. Like that's the thing that I'm like,
man,
dude, I have like 4 or 5 like videos like finished on there, and I guess as I'm saying that, it's like, yeah, back up your stuff, but I don't.
But here's my thing. He put the shit in the trunk for you, correct? When you guys,
yeah,
he should be the first thing an Uber driver should do is get out, open the fucking trunk, give me my bag. Like,
I agree that I take no accountability. This is his fault. I'm with you. Yeah,
all him, bro. Like, what do you feel like? It's almost like to me like that was a plan. Like
he basically robbed me at gunpoint. Yeah. That's I might as well.
You just got fucking robbed, but in the smoothest. Because you know he sat there.
This is the energy that I had on Uber tech support last night.
Were you really? Were you amped?
Yeah. Right now I'm like, yeah, it's kind of my fault too. Last night I'm just like, this guy robbed me.
Like he should have been on the car first. What the? Because right, think about it. Every single Uber I've gotten to the airport to do shows.
This still is not resolved. I mean, hopefully when this comes out, I have my stuff back.
Oh my god, dude.
Not. But anyway, so then I was up till like 5, and then woke up and got here and we started drinking already. This is great.
I mean, dude, listen, it's 1 o'clock here in Italy. I always use this as an excuse. In Italy at noon, I'm not joking, they do 3-hour lunches. They drink wine, they go home, they take a fucking nap.
Yo, that's my favorite. Everyone always has some place they were like, you know, in this place, they're super productive and they actually get like ripped 24/7. So,
dude, I'm telling you right now,
like the one drunk guy in Italy. I can't imagine the like hyper productive people in Italy are just ripped for 3 hours a day. That's like the most like shit you tell yourself.
Yeah,
it's like everyone that smokes a ton of weed's like, well, Snoop Dogg, like,
he's selling wine at fucking Target. Did you know that? He's selling wine. Like if he could do it,
he does.
He's always selling something.
Yes.
Oh, that's Kevin Hart too. He's like, I have a new like shoehorn, like the Kevin Hart brand shoehorn. He's
everywhere you look. It's dude. Once you're with Chase. Once I saw him on Chase in LA, because I lived in LA for a long time. Right, I saw him on Chase.
Something with him, right?
I did my special with him, bro. Funny story, right? I knew Kevin Hart before Soul Plane. That's how long I knew Kevin Hart. I was in Marlon Wayans' house partying. Kevin Hart's there. His girl, I don't know which girlfriend it was, whatever. And bro, they're mind you, all black people. I'm the only Middle Eastern.
This is before he's selling Kevin Hart brand paint thinner.
Before the Kevin Hart nail polish, paint thinner, deodorant, you fucking name it.
Kevin Hart exhaust pipes.
Yeah. And then like, blah, 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 you hear his fucking name come out the back. Dude, they're having a swimming competition for money. All right, it's Kevin and some tall black dude, and Damon Wayans goes, "All right, Vinny,
That's not what I pictured when I thought of like a bunch of famous black guys having a
me
party.
too.
Swim com.
Yeah. Let's go, bitch."
You guys know what time it is? Everyone's like, oh, titties? Everyone's like, swimming com.
And he's putting on his floaties.
Yeah, everyone's got the floaties and the
Because
speedos.
a lot of black people can't swim.
I
Let's
really
be honest.
thought hanging with Kevin Hart and rappers was going to be a little fucking different.
Well, yeah, no, but it was, there was only 2 girls because we were just starting out. And then, Damon Wayans, which is Marlon's cousin, goes, "All right, Vinny, who do you," he goes, "I got the tall black dude." And I go, "Kev, can you swim?" And Kev's like, "Bro, bet the house on me." So right then and there, I go, "All right." And this is, I wasn't making crazy money, but he was like, "All right, $500 right now." His cut, me against him.
You bet it?
I sort of got right. I go, "Kevin, you're not gonna." He goes, "I swear to God, do it." First race, just freestyle there and back. On your mark, get set, go. This tall black dude jumps in, and I'm not fucking joking. No splashing, no, just
Yeah,
kick
he knows
off.
what he's doing.
He knew who he was doing. Okay, now it's over. There's kind of some like laughing and giggling on the side. Marlon's kind of laughing. Kevin's very confused because Kev could swim, and then he's like, "All right." I go, "No, I want my chance to win my fucking money back. $500. One more. I'm not joking, bro. $500.
You doubled it?
I swear to God on my father's
Yo,
grave.
because you were tuned up.
I
right?
was tuned up 100%. So right, they go, "On your mark, get set, go." It's the butterfly.
Yeah, okay.
Butterfly there and back. First of all, who
Is hip hop music playing in the background?
yeah, I swear to God, hip hop music right playing. The tall dude goes in. Kevin has short arms. He's struggling. The guy wins like from here to like 3 body lengths, and he gets out. I pay him the money, and I'm like, "Dude, Damien's laughing. Goes, "Bro, this guy was on the swimming team for UCLA." I go, "Really? The only black dude on a swimming team?" I go, "That's cheating."
He was on the female swimming team.
Just killing it. So yeah, dude.
That's so funny that Kevin Hart just swindled you out of
swindle me because he didn't know, and I was like, "You're not gonna go half with me," or he's like, "No, dude, I wasn't gonna get involved," and I was like, "You piece of shit." But so right, you're originally
that's like the whitest shit at the blackest
bro,
party.
and they got me. I was like, "All right,
All right, guys, double or nothing on the knitting competition.
I'm like, I'm in, bro, I'm in."
All right, that's it. 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg are having a yodel off. You go, what's going on here?
And he's over there drinking
Where
tea.
am I?
He's drinking tea with honey, just getting warmed up. Like, what the fuck is going on?
All right, bring out the aprons. This party's just getting started because we're about to have a cupcake bake-off.
And cook.
You go, I guess.
Oh my God, that's so freaking funny, bro. Making my face hurt. So right, we talked a little bit in the green room. You're originally from Toronto.
Yo, the 6, you know what it is.
Yo, what's up, yo? Drake in the house, bro. So, because I've partied a lot in Toronto. You guys
Really?
Oh,
Toronto's sick,
Really?
right?
Toronto's amazing. The traffic is because they're always
the
one
worst
road.
traffic in the
One
world.
road they're doing construction
401.
on. The 401.
Oh no,
bro.
you're talking about the DVP, the Don Valley
The
parking lot.
dude,
They call it.
Oh my God! And like airport, talking about airports and shit. You have to leave
Yo, yeah.
3 hours. I'm not even joking, bro.
No,
Like,
it's wild.
My flight was at noon. They're like, "Yo, it's 8. You better." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He's like, "Trust me."
Yeah, no, it really is bad. You'll often get in patches where like there's an accident and you're the same patch for like a good hour and a half.
Oh my God,
That
dude.
happens like often.
Yeah, dude. So my friend's father.
People will get out of their. Dude, I've been on traffic jams in Toronto where people get out of their cars and just sit on the hood.
I swear to God,
Because you're not moving. You haven't
They're
moved
just
for
done.
40 minutes.
Is
Yeah.
it an accident? Or is it just like
Yeah, an accident. Yeah,
An accident. Or I just figured they get all this money to do construction. If they don't spend that money, they lose that money. So like, you know what? Fix this bridge. They're like, nothing's wrong with the bridge. They're like, break
Yeah.
that bitch right now.
They've
And
never not been doing construction on a certain roads. There's certain roads that, like, I moved to Toronto maybe 14 years ago, and there's certain areas where you go, I've never not seen that under construction.
They're just consistently, constantly working. It's like no finish, right? Zero. It's like LA. Same shit with LA. So right, so from Toronto, you moved here when? You moved to New York, right?
Right before the pandemic.
You moved to New York.
Yeah.
But dude, your accent, I wouldn't even know where you're from.
You just don't wouldn't think I'm from a like city area. I'm not from small. You wanted me to talk like, oh, buddy.
No. I definitely did not
tell me
want to hear
more
that.
about- You and Kevin Hart are just letting her rip, eh?
Yeah.
Just hacking darts in the pool
Yeah.
with the Hart, man.
Yeah, if you said A, I would have been like, bro, this shit, I can't.
I do
can't.
say A, but I just don't talk.
But you
like
sound
that.
like to me, you sound like somebody that could be from New York. You could be because you lived there for how long?
I'm from Toronto, not Serbia. Like I'm not gonna have some crazy accent.
Like what? It's from the north, but not too crazy. That's fucking hilarious.
I have things here and there. I'm getting rid of some of my
that
Canadian
pop out.
stuff.
So then you moved to New York when?
Like right before the pandemic.
Right, and then
a few
you've been
months.
there ever since.
Yeah,
That's
they're
it.
still- I actually came to Miami for a couple months in like COVID.
Because you were like, DeSantis knows what he's doing.
Well, it was like New York was like shut down and no comedy, and I was like, all right, well, I'm moving.
No, that bad, dude. I'm
Yeah.
so happy I wasn't there for.
Everything was shut down and there was no comedy.
horrible, dude. So you just said the
ridiculous.
hell with it and moved.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have a.
I had a studio here, and then actually Andrew Schultz gave me the idea because he was doing it, and then I was actually like at a party, and they were all hyped up about it, and I like woke up the next morning being like, all right, I'm doing this.
Wow, that's dope. So you have a place. You have a place in Manhattan. Is that where you?
Yeah, I
you
live in Manhattan.
Oh god.
I
Oh,
got
so
a place in the studio.
you get to go everywhere. You got to hit the cellar. Fucking got that.
I
That's
do
your spot, huh?
I do the Cellar, the Stand, and Brooklyn Comedy Club.
Beautiful.
The three that I do like
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, regularly.
Yeah, when I'm touring like crazy right
That's
now,
great,
but when
dude.
I'm there and I do like 2 or 3 nights when I'm in New York and I do spots.
Yeah.
I usually do Brooklyn Comedy Club, the Stand, then the Cellar.
Got you. What if you had to? I hate doing like a top 3, but out of all the places, right? You're all over
Rappers?
the place. No. Yeah, I hate that. What's your favorite? Is like
Macklemore.
got it.
Yeah, Macklemore for sure.
What about Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Yeah, Sir Mix
He's in the top 3.
And then Snow. That's
Snow.
for me, yeah.
Informers, one of my faves. So right, if you had to, one of the dopest places, dopest cities that you performed, besides New York.
New Orleans is the coolest city in America. I think.
Really? Why
I don't
do you
even
say
think
that?
I mean, that's vibe-wise, because the food, the people.
If you're talking to live there, it's obviously different, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what Montreal is in Canada. It's like the sickest city to be there for a week, and then
Yeah.
after a week, you're like,
You're
all
done.
right, enough of these French people.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's funny you say that. The homeless situation. I know you know of all people the fucking homeless
Body.
situation, bro. The most coolest thing in Montreal, because it's French. The language is French. Even the homeless people when they ask for money, it's like, pardonnez-moi, un peu de change. It's so classic.
I will say you're thinking like French. Quebec French is a little grimier.
Quebec is 100%.
Yeah. French is like.
Give me some money. And you're like, okay, here's a coin. Here's a
Quebec
loony.
French is gross. Poutine, cigarette.
They eat cigarettes.
Yeah.
They're just fucking angry all the time.
It's cigarettes, cheese, and gravy.
And they're like, that's why we talk like this, have Marlboro. I don't even know what the Canadian brand is.
No, Quebec's like kind of grimy.
They're not grimy, but Montreal.
that's why they're like, if you ever hear Quebec rappers,
Oh, God.
No.
yeah, there's this, it's like kind of cool.
Is it really?
Yeah, same reason there's like certain like Hispanic rappers where they like don't speak English.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know what they're saying, but you're like, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
Like you're right. France rappers, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't believe you.
No, but Quebec, like they are kind of grimy, right?
Yeah.
Like their accent and stuff. So I remember this one song. It was a classic beef, and it was like, oh, such a classic beef. I can't speak French like that. And in the I remember this was like on TV at one point, and in the music video, they're like. They're all like wearing like box and stuff around their hands, punching like, yeah, and like a meat cellar with the meat hanging down.
Shut the hell, like
punching-
Rocky?
Yeah,
That's
like
so
Rocky
funny.
punching the meat. C'est un classic beef. But like, yeah, it kind of like is cool.
It's cool, but like, it's funny you say that because I was listening just on a YouTube clip. I saw English rappers, which bro, you know why you can't be an English gangster rapper? I don't believe you. He was like, I'll grab your mother, I shot your father. I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
You might have stabbed them,
maybe stabbed, maybe hit you with a car. You didn't shoot anybody, bro. You guys can't have guns.
Yeah, they all have tight pants and stuff like that.
Your mother, I shot your father. No, I tied up the family. No, you did, bro. You drank tea and you ate crumpets. Don't bullshit a bullshitter.
Yeah, no, you had tea with your bruv. That's what you did. Yeah,
That's exactly what you did. But so you're right. Just shifting gears. What have you been holding up with the Queen? She died. I don't know how I heard.
Everyone's talking shit about the Queen. They didn't want to say that to her face when she was alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
What a
When
bunch
she
of
was walking the streets, no one wanted to say that.
when she was
Yo,
up there bawling,
Yeah,
bro.
bro. No one wanted to speak her name when she was alive.
Yeah,
now
'cause-
everyone's got all this trash talk.
Yeah.
that she
Yeah,
can't
talk
hurt
your
them.
shit. It'd be funny if she came back and she's like, "Oh, you hate her, you
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I got y'all, pranked y'all. Say some shit, kill everybody."
Yeah, I heard all y'all.
Yeah, what's up? And some people were like, because
Strap.
Sam, Tripoli, everybody. everybody
Love
had their
Sam.
theory of what's going on. Was it planned? I'm like, bro.
She's 98. I don't think you need a conspiracy.
Yeah, they're like,
You're like,
no, you're right. No, you're right. Yo, right.
a conspiracy theory for a 90-year-old?
I know. Poor lady.
No, dude, this is the kind of shit they would say. No, dude, supply chain crisis. Her adrenochrome shipment didn't make it.
Get out of here. He didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying. I'm assuming that's something that a conspiracy theorist would be like.
Yo, that's one thing. Like someone's 40, someone's 96. You're like, something doesn't add up here.
Yeah.
You go. I mean,
Like it was almost like she stayed alive too long. Like hurry up, get the hell out of here, bro.
But the king is back. So we've been saying on our podcast that
The king is back.
That the patriarchy is officially
He's
back.
bro. He's just and show have you heard about
Girls are out,
his
dude.
demands, bro? Have you heard like because now he's in charge?
What
already.
is it? Just like hot dogs?
No. Yeah, just hot dogs. But a list of demands. Can you go? Although details, yeah, it's under here. Keep going. That's the man right there.
I would like one trip to Epstein's Island
stop
a
right
year.
here. So check this out. His pajamas are pressed every morning. His shoelaces are pressed flat with the iron. The bath plug has to be in a certain position. The water temperature has to be just tepid, which I have no idea what the hell that means, or half full. And then what's it? Hey, yo, check this out. His valet squeezes 1 inch anymore and they get killed. Toothpaste on his toothbrush every morning, bro.
Yo, toothbrush on the brush already. Toothpaste on the brush is so funny. That's funny to tell your chick.
it.
I mean, well, fucking princess.
Yeah,
Babe,
you think about he's smashed?
what's going on with this empty brush?
Like, yo,
Taking the day off?
Yeah, and imagine that to like your application is like, hey, listen, how like do you ever forget to put toothpaste? Like, because if it's not on there, you're gonna get fired. He's like, dude, I will never. I know to just and how many inches? And he's like, 1.5, like 1 fucking inch. And dude, that means they have to take a little fucking a ruler and be like, dude, because he's.
I'm just happy if my employees show up.
Thank
Let
God.
alone be like, no, I want everything right, bro. If you have to iron your shoelaces, if you make somebody do
He
that,
irons the shoelaces?
No,
Yeah.
somebody has to do that. Shoelaces are pressed flat with iron. You're
That's
a
the
prick.
real top G. This
That
guy.
is the top G, bro.
He
That
is
guy's
the-
gangster. That guy is freaking. Well,
King Charles. That's so.
How funny is that, bro? How
That's
hilarious!
insane.
But look, and Brian, I talked about this. I think 2 podcasts ago.
He needs to iron the shoelaces because there's one of Epstein's buddies is in a cell.
Oh, of course,
And
dude,
they
wants to
want
make
them
sure
be-
it's
they want
nice.
them- yeah, they want them to be fresh. Yeah.
Fresh night, and because if they're rolled in my snap, you don't know, right? Shit, what was I about to say? The King Charles. But can you imagine? You're chilling. Your mother's dying, right? You know, it's sad. It's sad. She's kind of kicking the bucket. You're kind of perplexed because you're like, sad. It is her time, but aren't you
96,
like, I'm going to be
yeah.
a kid. But in his head, he's like, I'm about to be a motherfucking
I mean, he's been
king.
thinking that for 25 years. Dude, he's been telling chicks like 30 years ago, like pretty on deck to be the king.
Like that's his go-to smash.
Any day now.
Yeah, like hey, you know I'm gonna be the king. And she's
Yo.
like, you've been saying this for 25 years.
I can make you a queen, literally.
Oh my god, that's gangster. So wait, so his girl now is a queen.
I guess I actually
She
don't
would
know if
have
that's
to be,
true.
right? I would
Yo,
assume.
Matt, is there what?
would
Yo,
assume.
she has to be.
Yeah.
Nah, but you heard the beef.
I
dude?
should probably know this stuff.
Yeah, but
being
you
Canadian.
heard the beef.
They're on all
right?
our money.
Yeah, Ryan, you heard all the beef, bro. The beef is now he's taking away the Royal
Who's
Highness
the beef
label.
between 6ix9ine and the king? King
6ix9ine
Charles.
and King Charles III, bro. What a ball, dude. He's a king. Like you didn't even see him at all. Now that he's the king, bro.
Yo, that's so funny being that old when you finally get your
you're a king.
inheritance.
Can't even really enjoy it. Bro.
Can't enjoy it.
Look at, but dude, that's his crown.
Yeah.
Dude, I would wear that shit all the time.
Wow, that looks really nice.
Bro, that thing is. The
Monarch's so dorky.
Bro. It's all. I just still can't believe that we still have that shit going.
I'm a Canadian citizen. I'm part of the monarch.
You're part of that, right? So wait,
Yeah.
Canada's money it has to go from her to him now,
I
right?
actually don't know what happens with that. I think so, but I feel like that's going to be a long change.
Oh, 100%. You're gonna start shopping somewhere. You're gonna be like, oh shit,
All of a
dude,
sudden,
the king.
Some dude on my bill. I'm
Yeah,
like, what am I? Oh, I'm not. Yo, I'm not.
I'm not that guy.
I don't mess with that gay shit.
Yeah.
Someone tries to give you money now.
Yeah, like nah, dude. Nah, you keep
yo,
that.
Venmo me. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to be touching some dude.
Yeah, I
you
don't
know?
want some dude in my back.
Yeah, in my pocket.
Yeah.
I don't need some fucking dude in my pocket.
I don't want every time in my back and right near my ass too.
Yeah, some dude's fucking face on my ass.
Oh my god. So right, what was your for stand up?
I love that.
Like yeah, and you just giving away money. Take my money, bro. The king is on.
I ain't about that life.
Yeah,
So.
I ain't about that life. So right, what was your inspiration to? You started with stand up. You started with doing sketch.
I actually was like started with music. So I was like in this like pretty popular like band in Canada, and I was making all these like funny DVDs, like, but I was doing all this like, I don't know if you've seen this, like I do on the street stuff.
Dude, what are you talking about? It's all over my feed. You're literally infected my feed because I love you. I watch all your stuff, and then now it's you. This asshole, because I'm just obsessed with Kings and all that Game of Thrones shit. But it's you, him, and then dude, Andrew Tate just started like
he's been everywhere.
He figured out the algorithm, but now that he got canceled, but now he's like all the other people are reposting and shit, so he's back.
Right.
But what was so you were mute?
Can I refill?
Dude, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, go. Please keep telling your.
Yo, I'm getting drunk.
Keep telling your story.
What was the story?
He's getting the good shit. No, it was you started with the band.
Okay. Yeah, it started in music, and I was doing all these like DVDs and stuff like that while I was in the band and making all these like funny videos with the band. And then I ended up doing like a cable. I was doing like a cable access TV show in Canada, doing like wild stuff. And then around that time, I started doing stand up as well. But I was doing like I sort of transitioned like more into doing all this like TV shit doing all these videos rather than like music, even though it's still kind of doing music. But that was like kind of all I was thinking about, you know what I mean? And then I was like, all right, if I'm going to be doing like comedy, I should do the main thing too.
Killing
How
it.
did you know when you were funny? Like,
that's a great fucking question.
When was that moment?
That's
like,
a great question.
I'm funny.
I remember the first time I had sex, I pulled out my dick and the girl started laughing, and I was like, I feel like I have something here.
And that's called natural God-given talent.
I go, can I do this on stage? Like, she's like, I'm so sorry. She's cry laughing, and she goes, you call that? And I just go, yo, do you think I can monetize what I'm doing with this?
Can I make money off of
this moment right now?
Dude, that's so funny. Just going on stage, like when you're bombing, you're just like you're all nervous, like just pull on your pants, and people are like, ah! You're like, yes, saved it.
They're laughing because it's so huge.
Yeah,
it's like,
what a weirdo.
That's comically large. No,
yeah, what a weirdo. So right. Yeah, so now that, I mean, you're musically, instrument.
Stand-up just felt like kind of natural. Like to me at the actual also, I don't know if you had this too, but it was one of those things like when I was probably like 24ish, right?
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, you know, when you're, especially certain things, like you can just start being a YouTuber or in a band, and like, honestly, if you're kind of good at it, you can be doing well pretty quick. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you're talented, just people that are naturally charismatic that starts podcasts and does, you know? Yeah. I remember being like, oh, I'll just do stand up and it'll be kind of like all the other things I did. And you're just like, oh, wait, this one's actually pretty hard.
Yeah, it's because it's just you, bro. There's no actors. There's no.
But also, it's just like, even if you were like the most talented in the world, like to put together an hour, you're like, no one, I don't think there's anyone in the world that's like can do an hour of stand up good in their first 5 years.
No,
like,
I love that you said
7 years or whatever. It's just a different thing. Like it just takes, you might be like good at it and still not have the greatest material. It's just a completely different art form.
I couldn't agree with you more. Like that's, I'm so happy you brought that shit up, Ryan, because my attitude is like, and this, I hate when people say, oh, you're hating. I don't hate when a guy that's just on TikTok all of a sudden just goes, okay, now I'm doing stand-up because, but mind you, the clubs,
they want to monetize
asses in the
it,
seat, bro. Yeah. Asses in the seats.
Well, also that's how they were going to monetize their like fucking newfound TikTok fame.
1000%. But then my thing is, when your special comes out, it's fucking whack, bro. Right. They're whack, and it should be illegal to call it a special because it isn't a special. You feel me, bro? Like, you imagine that? Like, what are you in here for, bro?
I do know what you mean, but I also like sympathize on the other side of it because like I was there too, and like I was kind of not like American popular, but I had like a little bit of like a following, and I remember starting, and it's like, so you're popular, so you're like busy, and this is more people, way more than me. You're starting to do stand up. You don't have like the proper time to really do it, like make it your kind of like organizing principle of your life. Yeah. On top of that, everyone's watching you when you need to be like no one watching. So I almost like, and on top of that, comics are all shitting on you because they're like, you're not a real comic, and you're like, I'm starting just the way you started. So it's I almost like I kind of a little bit go out of my way to kind of be helpful to those people.
I love that. That's how you're supposed to be.
Because everyone's going to do the opposite.
Got you. I love, dude, Ryan, you saying that, I respect the shit out of it, and that's what a real fucking comic's supposed to do, bro. Because I was there, bro. I left the military, landed in California, and I was like, dramatic agent, all that shit. It's impossible. It's insane, right? Just to be found unless you started as a kid. You feel me, bro? So, dude, I started doing open mics, and then Damon Wayans Senior's son, Damon Wayans Jr., a couple other his cousins.
I've heard good. The Wayans. You know how you go on clubs. This is just quick. Sorry to interrupt, but do you know how you go on the clubs and there's just everyone has horror stories about the same 10 comics?
Yeah.
And it's like the same ones. You go and they're just like, this guy did this, and you're just like, again, these just non-stop.
What is he doing?
Terrorizing comedy clubs, right? There's.
Well,
you probably know the names too,
of course.
But Damon the Wayans brothers is the opposite, where I've heard like 7 people be like, they're the best.
They're freaking, dude. I'm telling Ryan. Have you met any of the senior, the junior, any of them?
I don't know.
You ever met them?
I'm not really in those circles.
I know. I feel you. Yo, wait, hey, hold on. You're not at parties with swimming and black people are racing? What are you, stupid? I'm not. What are you, dumb?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't really have my like ear to the ground on like the Wayans brothers circles. But
yeah. So right.
If they were in New York, I know comics.
Oh,
100%.
And I mean, and Damon, all them, they're all New Yorkers. They're all from Brooklyn. So,
but they don't live there, right?
They don't. Yeah,
LA,
they're all in LA.
Guys, yeah.
So right, I get to LA. I'm fresh out. I'm a veteran. I'm just out, and I started doing these clubs. And Damon Wayans Jr.'s son, who he looks exactly like his father, was going on open mics.
Wouldn't that be hard for him? Yeah.
Bro, you have no idea. So it's like, they're like, give it up for Kyle something. And the audience, bro, you know how hard it was for him? The audience is taking 3 to 4 minutes because I would be in the back and they're like, is that Damon?
No.
That looks like Damon Wayans. Exactly.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Of like, you know how like a professional athlete that tries to go play another sport?
Yeah.
Like when Jordan did or whatever?
Yeah.
Like by all intents and purposes, if he just started that sport, I'm sure he'd be as good as, like, you know,
100%
but he's got to like do it in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And
100%.
so a lot of these people, you're like, yeah, they are really funny and they're really talented and they've been successful at everything they do. And they go, I know this guy could be good at this, but it's just really hard. And he has so much added fucking hardness.
The pressure. So
they end up being hacks most of the time because the only way to get really good really quick is to be to do bad comedy,
100%,
right?
yeah.
So they have to figure out how to kill for an hour like pretty quickly so they can headline while everyone's watching. Yeah. And the only way to do that is to take a lot of shortcuts and do
100%.
where you watch him and you're like, he knows how to do good, but you're like, this sucks what you're doing.
Exactly.
So I feel like.
And I agree, and very hard. But like for instance, the Damon Jr., he's probably, if not the funniest human being I've ever met, is Damon Wayans Jr. Senior's hilarious, insane, funny too. Just creative and you're right. You probably have a friend that says shit or a comedian that says shit where you go, not a jealous thing. Like I hate when people go, "Fuck, why didn't I think of that?"
I have multiple friends. Yeah, comics are crazy about that. Well, they'll be like, "Oh, like they'll a lot of times be, oh, like they don't get it because they're like a comic," and I'm like. I have like 5 or 6 people that I know that aren't comedians. They're like
just
as funny as anyone.
Bro, brilliant.
Well, what? Yeah, they didn't start doing comedy. They could have, but like, they're successful at whatever they did because they have like brilliant minds, right?
100%.
It's just that this is one way to use it.
Exactly, and just this is the type of guy that you look like. Because I'm one of these guys, right? Like if my friend, if me and you were boys, which probably we will be after this, and you're on stage, bro, and I hear a good tag, I'm fucking nasty at giving tags. Like bro, because I'm listening and I'm a writer.
I'm the dirtiest tag giver,
bro. And then her mom walks in, but I'm really, and then he's such a dope guy. I'll give him to him, and he's like dying laughing, writing everything down, and then he'll like, dude, he can't stay at the club because everybody's gonna try to talk to him. He stays and watches my set for like 30 minutes. And it's like, Vinny. Like, and people are trying to say, "Oh, good set."
And then you show up and you're like, "Where are my tags?"
Yo,
like,
yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, and he
kind of interesting that you didn't have a tag for me and I gave you 3, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I give you 15, but then he'll go like in the car with you, sit down, and like give you he's a Damon Jr.'s. He's
and this when he just started comedy, he's sitting down, fucking giving you 40 tags. You go, just take it easy.
Slow down, buddy. But that's so funny. But so right, what do you think the difference? When's the last time you performed? Did you perform in LA recently?
I've been.
You're going to San Jose.
Right? Yeah, I did a little run. I did like Los Angeles, Irvine, and some other place around there. I don't know one of the other places.
Ontario, Cali. It's an improv.
I don't remember.
Good.
I did a little run in Los Angeles a year ago, and I've done the Comedy Store and stuff like that.
Got you.
Spots,
what do you audience-wise, what do you feel is the difference between the audience of like, let's say, a New York, a California? I mean, the obvious is there, bro, fucking big cities, but I'm talking about the people, right, from New York and then Middle America to Cali. What do you feel is different? Like me personally, I think the New York audiences are so just brutally honest and raw, and they have to deal with New Yorkers, bro. To me, I'm being that serious. You come off as a New Yorker to me. You don't give a fuck. You're raw as hell.
Yeah,
Cali,
I'm a New Yorker.
yeah. You just punch me in the face. I'm like, oh, he's so real. But in Cali, bro, especially towards the end when I moved,
California's got a different vibe.
dude,
yeah.
they became like.
That's why I moved to New York instead of California.
Okay, bro, brilliant. Because I was getting like, so the rawness of my comedy digressed because people were just like, you feel me now? Like they're
So
like,
do you adjust your comedy based on where you perform? Like,
No.
that's a great question.
Not on like kind of what you were talking about. I think that the more so like me and my little pocket of friends, I think in Toronto, like but like we developed like a kind of a little scene of people that were doing, like, I think that I do comedy a lot different than anyone in America because we kind of had our own.
I love it though. It's
right?
if you have, it's raw.
Yeah,
it's raw. I love it.
And even just the way it like inflection and talk, it's not really like very American, right?
I love it.
But as far as that, like I kind of have what I do. But the only thing that you change is topic wise. People have different opinions. Like I do stuff where in New York, let's say you were doing something that was like offensive.
Yeah.
But like kind of the point is to get them to sort of push back, and then you're kind of like, what? And then you kind of use their like energy of being offended to like, you're creating like vibes.
Yeah.
If you said, let's say you were doing a joke like about like gay marriage or that's probably not the right one, but like, or just
No, that's a
politics.
good one. Okay.
Let's say Trump. Like,
Okay.
let's say you were doing a Trump joke of, like in New York to be like,
Yeah.
yo, you're telling me he's not kind of sick. Like, imagine that was your vibe to like force them to,
interact.
Yeah, but you're doing like a thing. You're like bot trolling them almost, or
Got
whatever,
you.
right? But if you did that same thing somewhere else where you're like, Trump's ridiculous, and everyone's like, fuck yeah, he is, and you're like, well, all right,
You
then.
can use that. I see,
That's
I
not
see.
like really what I'm trying. Then now you have to go the other way. You'd be like a little bit. You don't think he's an idiot? Like,
Yeah.
it would be the opposite. So it's
Gotcha.
that's just like topic wise of what their opinions are. But the actual like stylistically and I would never like go to LA and be doing big act outs and stuff like that.
Oh,
to fit
dude.
in.
Bro, I
Are there comedians that do that?
LA comedians are all like rolling around on the floor and stuff.
dog, I listen to me.
There's tons of good comics.
And bro, the
everywhere,
Trump
but-
and the Trump situation, I said something because bro, I don't know where you're at politically, especially from Canada
Don't
to
give a
here
shit.
to Ryan. These fucking I said something which was funny about what Trump makes me laugh. He's fucking dude. I
Some shit
missed
like
some
that,
good
yeah.
dog. The audience like seemed like I said something racist. Like it was a gas, and I go, shut the fuck. I go, really? And then I just started pointing out all
you
the
have fought with them, yeah.
I got into and then I'll never forget this. Some Persian guy comes up to me afterwards. He's hardcore liberal because one of the hosts, he knew the host. He goes, Vincent, I want to talk to you. No. He goes, you know what? I hated Trump. That's how the Persians talk. But he goes, this Biden, this motherfucker.
Biden?
He was so he shifted because they're fucking with his money and he's like Biden. He's like, I don't like it, and I was like, oh, but you were in with the judging crew, and so it's a funny it's a funny twist.
That's just topics.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro,
the way you like premise stuff, but
and right. Do you feel it's getting harder?
I don't do the yelling at the audience. I'm way more like I kind of do what I do in everything. It's like maybe I am kind of dumb, but
you're smart.
What? Yeah, I'm like,
what happened? Yeah, you play
that's just like how I do comedy.
I got you. But if push came the shove, you'd get like, have you ever had somebody run up on the stage? I've had somebody. I kicked somebody in the chest and got him off stage, and then security got. I'm not, bro. This is at the Ha Ha Comedy Club in LA. I don't give a. I was like, bro, because think about
you got in a fight at the Ha Ha.
I got a fight at the Ha Ha.
That's great, dude.
Bro, there's been multiple fights there.
I just have I have the sound guy ready to turn the lights off and put the Undertaker noise. I'm like, oh, you want some of this? Let's go, bitch.
Yeah, smash. You knock her mic down. So have you done the Ha Ha before?
No, I've never done the Ha Ha.
They moved it to another location down the street, but the new location's sick. It's actually it's nice. It's conducive. It feels like
Did you
a
live
cellar.
there for a while?
I lived in LA for 14 years, bro.
Okay, yeah.
Ryan, I've been here for 3 months, dog.
You just came back.
Patrick. No, I've never been here. Patrick hit me up. We connected on
he
Instagram.
was like, come here.
He goes,
and do this?
I'm starting entertainment, comedy, and I'm their first freaking.
I got you.
Yeah, dude. So I'm very raw, and dude, Cali was getting to that point.
Were you kind of like, I mean, can we do it in LA?
I swear to God, if Patrick, if he ever watches this, I go, Patrick, can I please stay here?
Yeah, can this once a week gig come?
You know what he said? I'd much rather have you here. Like, but right, I was even in the studio, bro. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard to convince. My lease was up. Everything kind of fell like in the right position.
I mean, I know people that are big like internet guys that are all kind of moving here. Like there is lots of people that move here. It's a vibe,
bro. Rogan and them are in Austin. Like I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like everybody.
Yeah, I was just there. Austin.
How'd you like it?
It was cool, dude.
Nice.
Sick.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's just for stand up. Like feel like you can't do 5 spots a night. Like it's just
It's really it's freaking.
And some
hard.
people don't care, whatever. But
Yeah.
if you're, I mean, listen, if you're one of Joe Rogan's 10 friends, Austin's pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Just that little group. And, like when they walk into restaurants, they go, Rogan's people here.
No,
You know what I mean?
I was like laughing because I kind of know some of those people, and I did Kill Tony.
Kill Tony? Yeah.
I was able to kind of do spots there and hang out with, like kind of in that mix.
We're switching to
and
Claire.
it was a little bit where I was kind of like, yo, Austin's sick, and then I was like, as I was telling people, I was realizing, I was like, yeah, that's not like everyone's experience, you know what I mean?
if you don't know
like
Joe
your
Rogan-
average comic was like, yo, I moved to Austin because everyone said it's sick. It was like, just because it seems like kind of another town where I can't do that much spots.
No, you can't. Dude,
But you're like, hopefully I can get on Rogan. I guess.
Can I meet Tony? That's hilarious. Cause so how many clubs
It
are in
was a
Austin?
cool vibe.
Are there any?
You know what was cool about that is, these people are like it's like the most, famous comedian in the world, maybe, I don't know, whatever, like top big news story ever.
Yeah.
Like every week he's in
Joe?
Yeah,
Yeah, of
number
course.
one movie, and they all just kind of hang out in their little squad, and I feel like that like actually keeps them regular and like so you can tune out. Like it's very hard, especially like I run a internet business. Like
Yeah.
it's very difficult to like just tune everything out.
How do you do it? Like how? It's
Well, I think that's how. It's like have your small circle.
You're right.
Be around comics
Yeah.
and ones that your vibe is everyone like shitting on each other.
100%
So,
busting balls. I
yeah,
like
so
that.
it's all normal. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yep.
So I think that's the way to be famous and keep it all normal. Like have a small circle.
I love that.
Like I feel like, yeah, I have friends that I've known forever that are comics. It's like, even if no matter how popular you are, their vibe isn't like, oh, hey, how's it going? Like,
Yeah. They
Yeah,
don't
it's
give
just
shit.
like, oh, this guy thinks he's big now.
Yeah,
Like, it'd be
oh,
more
yeah.
like that. It'd be the opposite. Like, oh, look at Mr. Internet.
Yeah, exactly. So how many people does Joe bring on the road? Right? Do you know? I think it's a Tony, 2 other guys. Like,
I don't know. It's like
The crew.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who do you bring?
Yeah, we're
anybody?
just gonna fucking.
you know-
We're just like speculating on what Joe Rogan's like touring dynamics.
How
look
many
like.
people is with him? Who's right? Yo, how many people do you bring with you? Do you bring anybody, right?
I have Danny Polshak comes a lot of times, and our boy JJ Lieberman from Toronto, who just finally convinced to move to New York. He comes with me a lot.
Sick,
He
dude.
came with me to Miami.
Oh, really? He's here. Okay, dope. That's
Yeah,
fucking-
wild dude, and he's
so he aided in you going out last night getting twisted.
he didn't come out with us after actually.
So you landed, lost your luggage. How long was that ordeal? I mean, obviously it's still going.
No, I left it after the club.
Oh shit! What club did you guys go to?
I did the Improv last night, which
Oh,
was
okay.
great. And then we went to a bar with like Carlos and his manager and some other people,
yeah.
and some comics were there or whatever. And then I took a cab back to Uber back to my hotel, and then walked into my room, and I was like,
I gotta brush my teeth. Why isn't my toothpaste on my
"Where are my
toothbrush?
dildos? My dildo case."
My toothbrush doesn't have an inch of toothpaste on it.
Yeah. They go, "What's in your suitcase?" You go, "Don't worry about it." 19 fake vaginas.
Can you imagine that's all you travel? And they open like, sir, you said that there was money in the hard drive. No.
Shut up.
Imagine you go through TSA and they're like, we're gonna have to check this bag,
Oh
and they
my
open
God.
it and it's a whole bunch of
my
like
God.
stuff.
Do you want yo?
Just a suitcase full of KY.
Oh, did you? Yo, hold on. 2 funny things. Can you bring up that article? The fact that you say that on the I-40,
Oh, yes.
a 16-wheeler flipped, dropped its shit. Dildos and lube were all over the. Oh,
Yo, do you remember? I feel like you know the Insane Clown Posse a
Of
little bit,
course.
right? Do you like them?
Eminem? I mean, no, I didn't listen to.
Do you
them.
remember their old like? They were like really funny back.
They were
in the day,
hilarious.
right?
No, yeah.
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 Do you remember when they used to do the prank calls and stuff like that? And when they made Slim Anus and all that
course,
shit,
yeah.
they did a prank call that was like probably one of the best prank calls of all time. When they would call places and they go, "Hey, we're dropping off this fake pussy," and they was like, "We got a truck full of fake pussies."
Big pussy, the
Remember?
Insane Clown Posse. Oh, there's
Yeah.
the Jerky Boys with them too. Oh my God, yeah, the Insane Clown Posse. It was Jerky Boys, and he goes, they're not performing, and I got this a truckload of pink pussies. They're not going to. And the lady's like, "What the hell are you talking?"
Wait, am
about?
I wrong? That was a Jerky
It was
Boys
a Jerky
prank call?
Boys, but they were.
I thought it was.
They did it with the Insane Clown Posse. It was with them
okay.
on the thing.
Oh,
yeah.
that's why it was.
Because they were boys.
You know
with
what
them.
I thought? Okay, that makes way
Yeah,
more
yeah.
sense. I was like, fuck, if I've been just like,
whole
but you know why? in my mind, I could be wrong because I'm like, that's the Napster days and like LimeWire, where you're just like every.
Is that
you know what I mean? Though you forever
LimeWire.
you would have a prank caller song and you'd be like, oh, that was by this guy. And it's just like it was just titled wrong forever. Like there's songs that were like famous songs that, especially covers.
Oh yeah,
like all these ska punk covers where it's like I would have it with 3 different names and no one ever knew who actually. Yeah. But a prank call, that'd be so like
that's so funny.
or whatever. Like, oh, you kicked my dog. Remember that?
Yeah, I love, dude.
Kapal?
That's so
but like, who
funny.
was that? Like, no one ever. Like, if no one really knows who did these. Maybe someone does.
That guy. That's how. Isn't that how Soldier Boy got that baby? He would take songs, the download thing, put the fake title. People would click on it thinking it was.
That was the big move back.
Dude,
the original clickbait.
That's how he became. Dude, he was the first one to do that, and he became. It's
crazy.
That was a stupid song, but everybody and their mother was doing it because we heard it a million times. But so the dildo story, and I swear, Ryan, I swear to God, I've seen pranks like this on YouTube. Honest to God, I was the first one to do this one. I was on tour with Sean and Marlon Wayans, with Damon Wayans Jr. and a couple other people, very early in my career.
Those guys are like, in addition to being nice, like
gangster.
But also like
crazy,
very brilliant.
Very brilliant.
Like even I remember I watched a comedy documentary once where they do talking heads.
Yeah.
And I remember he had a 10-minute section, the older one.
Damon's bald?
The guy who like actually was like the director of all this stuff.
Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Keenan, I remember him talking and being like, this is like the smartest guy ever. Like
He's
just
fucking
the things he was
gangster.
saying about comedy, I was like, he gets it better than anyone. I was very impressed with him.
Dude, he helped write Eddie Murphy's special. He wrote Gonna Get You Sucker. Dude, he's
like
the brains
such
of the
a
whole,
brilliant mind.
He's the brilliant guy. Yeah, he's the number one. Damon Wayans Sr. was like number 2 with my wife and kids.
Yeah, I think they're all probably equally as funny.
They're
but
all
he's
funny.
that. Yeah, he's the just like that. Like he's probably they're all probably equally as good funniness.
Yeah,
but he seems like he's equally as good at everything else too.
Exactly. The 100% right. And I always, because I've been there for these moments like a Thanksgiving and they're all there, bro. It's just
is he sort of the head guy of the family still?
Keenan, well, those type of things I didn't really see him that much, but the rest of them, can you imagine?
He eats dinner in his own room.
Yeah, dude.
Even at the family dinners.
He's just away.
He has his own room.
You want to trip out talking about eating? He's one of those. What are those people called where they have to chew the food 80? I'm not joking. Every bite 60 times.
Oh, like
yeah.
OC.
A micro. It's something for digestion. That's why he looks young as fuck, bro.
Come on.
Eating dinner or lunch with this guy, Ryan. Everybody's finished. He's still like.
That
on
is
the appetizer.
insane.
Why?
It's because I don't know what it's called. Look it up when you chew your food, micro something. It makes your digestion right, where you shit everything out like that. Because he chews it. 'Cause, dude, I do 2 bites and swallow.
Yeah,
I'll tell you.
chewing food and spitting it.
Remember how we were talking about
not that one.
Los Angeles?
No, just chewing it chewing your food a bunch of times for digestion.
Okay.
I felt like, what's the young one, Marlon? No.
Marlon's the baby of the big
Marlon.
Yeah.
He's like the good-looking one. Young.
Yeah.
To me, that's peak LA comedy.
That's
Dude, I watched his special and it was like,
oh, solely LA.
within 3 minutes, he was like rolling around on the floor.
That's Marlon. That's Marlon.
And I was like, this is the most.
That's
like,
Marlon. Was it wokish?
No, I don't remember. Like, I think this might even be before that. But it was like, within like 4 minutes, he was like had these big like dancing bits.
That's
and he was like,
Marlon.
When you're at the club and he's like rolling the floor, and I was just like, this is the most LA shit.
That's totally. So wait, what was the name of it?
Chewing your food 32 times.
They don't say the number of it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be doing
no,
that.
but there's a saying for it. He did it 60 times per bite.
Really?
I was like, bro, we're leaving now. He's like, no, I'm still eating the beans. I was like, I can't do this shit.
Yo, that's how I always say like some when you're into like self-help guys or whatever, who I do like kind of like a lot of these Tim Ferrissy type of guys.
Yeah.
But the Jocko Willink ones where they're always like their whole thing is like wake up at 4.
Dude.
And you're just like, okay, well, I'm not doing that, A. And B, it's like, you just find out that they went to sleep really early.
Yeah.
So you go, okay, so it's not a hack at all. Your whole life hack is farm hours.
Yeah, thank you. Exactly. It's funny that you say that, bro. I don't know about you. I was just thinking about that today. It pisses me off when I see somebody doing like a video and they're like, I was up at 3. I ate a piece of a rice thing. And I'm like, bro, I'm sleeping.
It's all morning routine. Dude, that genre used to be like 90% like helpful tips and mindset and 10%. And then I don't know if one of them went viral or what, but like those podcasts all turned into like 90% morning routines.
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's horrible.
I wake up and then I have this tea and then I do this. It's like, it feels like who gives a shit?
Yeah, nobody gives. You know what I think
Especially if you two have any life that is sort of, abnormal.
Yeah.
You're not you can't have like the same morning routine.
Nope.
No one has an hour to dick around in the.
No.
It's just like insane.
Bro, I'm like, yeah, they're like,
not helpful.
Before 7, I went to the gym, ate this, saved 2 people in the pool. It's like, bro, fucking take a nap.
Most of what I feel like a busy person in my world is concentrating on is like, how do I free up more time?
No shit.
And their like life hack is like do an hour of bullshit before every day.
No, I can't. And it's more than
Add more things to save time.
Yeah, like I get workout, but like I'm doing all, I gotta meditate for 40 minutes before I fucking have cereal.
Yeah, like no, dude. Let me explain something to you. I'm 44, bro. I'm sleeping for at least 6 hours. Minimum.
You need 6.
Yeah, at least minimum, bro. Minimum. But some people are like,
people can minimum sleep for like 3 to 4
and
hours.
go.
Anyone can do anything, but don't tell me you're like sitting down and writing and your brain's working at the same capacity. I mean, like, how many studies do they have to do to tell you that's not the case?
Yeah.
Like, even fighters perform worse when they don't have enough sleep.
100%.
Like, dude, when I run, that's like kind of all I do. I don't really work out that much.
But that's good. That's a really good
I
workout.
run to the liquor store.
Yeah, but like, literally the thing that makes like whether I'm like tired and can't run as fast or as long is 100% like, did I sleep last night?
100%, I agree. I
So,
agree.
And these people are like, oh, I just don't sleep. And also on top of that, most people that don't sleep very often, like that, all those famous people that are like asleep, they get like, it's a known fact that like 90% of those people got dementia like earlier in life.
Jesus Christ.
But your brain needs to like replenish. So,
yeah, no, dude, weird statistics. Like, go to sleep, bitch.
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But yeah, so they're just like, get up early, but like also go to sleep late. It's like, well, and then be like, oh, no one bothers you in the morning too, right?
Yeah.
You're like, well, no one bothers you at night too. Like, none of this means anything.
Yeah, what are you even talking? Yeah, it's all bullshit. You know what it is to me? Those videos, it's them going, hey, I think I'm better than you, and check this out. It's like,
yeah,
bitch,
how good of a genre of Instagram is it to be a guy that like didn't have money and then started a channel of how to get rich and then got rich off of your channel on getting rich?
They're out there.
They're there, bro. Like, this is what you got to do. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, and they're rich.
I used to talk about it on stage where people, you'd be like legitimately guys that you would know were poor and broke, don't have jobs, like sitting on their couch smoking weed, like, you got to rise and grind. You're like, it's 4 p.m. Like, okay, listen.
Like, bro.
Yo, you're bro. I know for a fact.
Yeah, you owe me money.
Or you know what the girl version of that is? The girls. I actually saw one this morning.
No, tell me, please.
And
so did I.
I was thinking to myself, this is funny. One of those girls that was like just a fucking like Coco, like in the scene. Like you've watched this girl move like that, and just straight up like partying for 3 days on coke, that now has an Instagram channel about like wellness.
She's like, this tea will change your life.
And she's like, sometimes you just need to be and you're just like, yo, like 6 months ago
you were doing cocaine off of a bathroom, off a stall at White Lotus in LA. Like,
that's the
relax.
That's the girl version of the broke guy.
That's
the broke guy with
that.
the get rich channel.
That's so freaking funny, dude. That's so funny. Question 2. With stand up and people being woke, and do you feel, because I mean you shot your special, you've done 2 or 3?
I've done 3. I released them all myself.
I
did
2. Good
4,
for you.
and the first one was like crazy, like 4 years in, so I've since deleted.
God, trust me, I've done similar shit too myself.
I was a cocky little
but when you got, I mean, you had it.
I thought I had it. Now look, you know what the truth is, looking back, the material was actually fairly decent.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of funny people. It's like first, maybe one, sometimes it's the other way, but for me anyway, so maybe generalization was wrong, but for me, my material was good before I figured out what I do on stage.
Got you.
Like when I look at about 7 years in, I figured out like that. I still kind of do it the same. It's better now, but I kind of do the same thing.
Yeah.
Whereas especially like, I don't know, the way I look is kind of douchey. Like, the way I do comedy. If let's say you're like a big fat guy that like self-depreciates, I feel like you can find the way that you do comedy probably easier than someone that's gonna. Yeah, it's harder to do like I'm better than the crowd thing when you're not that great.
Dude. Like, I'm telling you right now, guys like you, guys like me, I'm not fluffy. I'm not the nerd. I'm not saying I'm
yeah,
a
my
fucking hot guy.
stage presence, not stage presence, my persona on stage had to catch up to my writing.
That's exactly what I was just gonna say. And like, bro, think about right. You're a good looking dude. Yeah, you have the because you play instruments. You're in a fucking band. But looking at somebody like you, they can't go, okay, he's overweight, or he's this race, or like he's Middle Eastern. He's a Jewish guy.
They place you somewhere that's not favorable.
You're not favorable, and when I know you know this because she's gorgeous, bro. The first thing when people see you, because you think about this, you have to make in the audience. The guys have to want to be you. The girls have to want to be with you. You can't have guys.
And the guys have to think that your girl kind of low key doesn't like you that much.
Exactly.
Like there's
exactly.
Or at least if they do, they think the girl doesn't like you in like a section. Like you have to. Girls have to do this too. It's like the same way. It's like. If you go and your whole act is like, I'm this hot girl, like girls are gonna be like, man, like, whatever. It's real. This is real life too. It's just
100%.
Manifests, times 1,000 on stage.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to close business deals or pick up chicks,
yeah,
or meet with people, it's like everything is based on how you look and your energy versus how you.
1,000%.
Yeah. So it's just magnified.
Bro,
on stage.
if I was fluffy, like if I was a fat ass dude, I would be rich as fuck. God, you're like, I'd go to the buffet, and it's easy, Joe. When you're a good-looking person, bro, because nobody gives a shit about your regular life problems. So you got to dig
and
deep.
They also don't know you. Like most people that are, if you're like 20 years old and you've been successful, popular, chicks like you, all that sort of stuff. Let's say you're the
that
man.
person.
Let's say you're the man, and you were hilarious, and everyone loved. Let's say that's been your life so far. You're the man at college.
Yeah,
you're rarely in a situation where you're making someone like you from scratch for the first time.
100%.
Instantaneously.
Yeah.
And even if you are, it's usually based on status. Like you're coming in hot with your book.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if you're picking up
I
shit.
agree.
Yeah, so I think that a lot of that type of people have a lot of bad habits for what it looks like on stage.
Yeah, no, you're right. 100% right. Dude, I agree. It's the I'm obviously, we accept the challenge. I fucking love it. It's just people don't realize if you don't have that shtick, if you don't have that thing, it's fucking hard, bro. Because you
just need to figure out in a different way.
In a different way, exactly.
Yeah.
And
have you ever been booed off the stage? Either of you guys?
I've never been booed, but I was.
Booed? Have you ever had like a terrible crowd that's like, oh, get off the
Ryan,
stage,
when's
you
the worst?
suck?
Plenty of times.
Really?
I can't count, but do you remember your worst bomb on stage? Your worst, like, where you were bombing on stage? Well, not for me because I'm Middle Eastern. No, I mean, Brian,
nowadays, like, I always say the better you get at comedy, it's like, it's not like I don't have bombs, but like, people say, I think the best way to describe it is and you probably agree with this, once you get like good at comedy, it's not that you don't bomb, it's that you like, it's graceful. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
good.
Yeah, but like if I'm doing bad, I'm not on stage trying to make them like, I'm like, fuck you. Yeah.
I messed up.
And still some people in the crowd probably would be like, some people would be like, that crowd hated him, but I I'm not like bombing and I'm trying really hard.
Yeah.
I'm bombing and I'm like, okay, I'm sick. So whatever, I don't know. It's just like a different, you're like still in control to some degree of your
100%.
energy.
If you're a professional, 100%.
You're not, rolling around on the ground and they're not laughing.
Oh my God.
Right.
Imagine that. Your legs are behind your head. And you're like,
Yeah.
no, I mean, it was in my ass. Like, no, we don't get it, bro.
Yeah, you probably don't really have those anymore where you're just like, you're like desperate on stage bombing.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you're just
That's
like,
horrible.
It's
I
icky.
feel for them.
Oh, I mean, it's me too. I've done it.
Bro, dude, trust me. And think about it. I live here.
That's before. I think that it took me a while to figure out where I was in it. I think that my skill kept having to catch up too, right? Whereas I think at the beginning I was trying to do like a more self-depreciating thing because it's easier when you're beginning but it didn't really like suit me. So it's like I'm like on stage. These people are like this. Oh, this guy's probably like a douchebag.
Right.
And I'm bombing. And I'm like, I'm such a loser. Like he's just
it's just
fucking
all this tear
so
down.
gross on all fucking.
It's like a tornado, and you're just in the middle. You're
going
like,
down.
And like my material is like shitting on myself, and they're like, yeah, that's right. I can see why that happened. We hate you too.
Yeah, we don't. We definitely.
I can see why people don't like you. We also don't like you.
Well,
that
real shitty.
Yeah, that
really
makes sense
shitty.
that those bad things are happening to you because you suck.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, dude. I remember this. I did Chocolate Sundays at the Laugh Factory, which is one of the hottest shows in LA. It's on Sunday. Pookie Wigington runs it. It's Kevin Hart's business manager with my girl Lonnie. It's a dude. Brian, you would walk in there, you'd bring the house down. It's just the vibe is sick. It's chocolate Sundays. It's majority are black people.
Yeah,
but there's Mexican.
Dude,
there's
I
white.
love black.
Dude,
Toronto's all the black
Ryan,
shows.
if next time you go to LA, I promise you I'll get you on that show in a heartbeat.
Really?
It's amazing.
I'm gonna be there for a week, in a couple weeks. Maybe we'll talk
and San Jose,
after.
yeah, I got you. So I'm doing the show, Natalia, and I have a joke about the N-word and how I think it should. I go because
I should be able to say it 5 or 6 times.
I'm Middle Eastern, which people are just trying to say the N-word.
Do you say it on stage?
No, this is the night. So the joke, what I'm basically trying to say is
went for it, feeling cocky.
Yeah, it was. I was feeling loose. No, I was just like, yeah, I was just zingers, and I opened up strong. No, but so it was when the whole NFL everybody was doing end racism, and my attitude was like, bro, like cure or all.
Keep it going.
Yeah,
Double
put some more fuel to the fire.
Double
no,
racism.
but I was basically like that's an unrealistic goal. I go, it's stupid. I go, what? You're not gonna go to Alabama and you're not gonna stop it from happening. I go, the only way to slow it down, people being kind of racist, saying the N-word, which is the worst thing. Bro, people call me a terrorist. It doesn't hurt my feelings, right? Even though it's fucked
Do
up.
people call you that?
Bro, I've been called terrorist. Even Pat, the owner, terrorist. You fucking a camel jockey, Dune Coon. Dune Coon. I don't even.
We're just trying to prep you for the hard world
slur
out there.
and a Middle Eastern slur jammed in.
Look at me, Dune Goon, Gaylord. You're like, I don't know if that's the Middle Eastern thing.
Yeah, you gay fucker.
Dude,
I'm up
I'm
there,
dipping on your show.
and Ryan, I was just like, basically, I was like, maybe make the N-word like because people have to pay. Like for instance, if you say the N-word, all that. By the way, I just updated to the iOS 16. I go, why doesn't Apple put a thing on here where if you say the N-word and you're not black, it recognizes it and charges your iTunes account $100?
But maybe black people shouldn't
So-
use it
so-
either.
No, I agree, but right. I don't know what happened.
that's our word.
I was feeling, but don't you ever fucking intrude on our word, Ryan.
Yikes.
I don't know. In the joke, I was the white character calling in, and I said the N-word.
You dropped it.
No, bro, I dropped it, and I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not joking, Natalia.
Yeah.
Mind you, I grew up I'm from
Right.
Yonkers, bro. All my friends are black. Like,
Yeah,
and
you
there's
just
zero.
grew up in
I don't
that
give a
world,
shit.
yeah.
It was a part of the joke.
Did it kill?
No. Ryan.
I forgot we were talking about bombs.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm not joking. Dog, I felt every breath got sucked. And bro, mind you, this is LA, bro. These are some gangster
Yo,
people.
your problem was going hard R.
I went. Yo, to be honest with you, I actually put 2 R's at the end. I was
rolled
like,
it.
it was like Finch, the homeless. Bro, I hit it, and I'm not joking. I felt a bead of sweat go down my back, and I'm like, no. And bro,
Now you're begging.
Bro, but it was. So now it's like, oh, now they're all, bro. Everybody's talking shit. Right, everybody's talking shit, and then I dug myself. I don't know, bro. I don't know how I did
got
it.
out of it?
Dude. Right, I'm getting nervous right now. I got out of it, and the host, Ron G, all the black
You're like,
people.
yo, am I having a Michael Richards moment
I
right
almost,
now?
yeah, no, that nowhere near that. I mean, it was in the same club, but bro, like the host and shit went up to me they were black, and they're like, yo, bro, I don't know how you were about to get rolled on, and they gave me the props that I got out of it,
Oh my
which
God.
reminded me, Damon Wayans Sr., and this is the last time I'm gonna talk about him. You know what he would do? He would
Does
tell me.
mention the Wayans
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
didn't. Dude, by the way, I've done this podcast a bunch of times. It's the first time I've actually mentioned them because of you. Yeah, because you're a comedian. Going on stage. Bro, you know what he would do? What he would do on purpose because he killed all the time? He would open up with the worst rape. He would open up with,
Raping
yeah,
an
so I love
audience
rape.
member.
Like rape, isn't rape cool? And then the audience would go like this, and he would work himself out of it just to test himself.
Bill Burrs.
Is that crazy, bro?
That's
Like, hey, isn't
genius.
rape fun?
I mean, yeah, that's
Meow.
insane.
Isn't
Yeah,
like,
that's
dude, that
crazy.
means you're
Oh,
just.
I mean, depends how you do it. Like,
But I
obviously.
think it's maybe better if you like throughout your whole show you're kind of up and down. So
Well,
you're
that's
kind
very
of
hard.
like-
No, that's
no,
very-
it is very hard. But I think.
What do you mean
maybe
lose them? Gain? Imagine a
Yeah,
set
but you
where you
maybe
lose them,
gain
gain them,
some new
lose them.
people.
Yeah.
Gain,
I know lots of
lose,
people
gain
like that.
some, I don't know.
For sure.
I know some people that are just crazy.
Dude, I think that also with the N-word stuff, like, there was like Louis got us all hyped up. We're like, yo, maybe I can.
Yeah.
Because Louis C.K. had these like bits that were killer and black people liked them. Like it
Amazing,
wasn't
brilliant.
At the time, it wasn't like he would kill with those kind of bits in like a black room and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
And everyone's like, all these open micers are like, so I can say it too. And everyone's like, no, you're not.
No. Yo.
Although I sort of everyone goes through phase of figuring out who you are. Like,
Yeah.
and I've always done like whatever, like to some degree wild stuff, right?
Yeah.
I've sort of been like yo, can I fucking pull this off? And then I thought about it and I was like, I just don't think that's like the type of comic I am. But like, I have said it on stage and killed with it once, and I'm retiring saying
That's
it once.
it. Like you bowed out.
Just to test it out, and then you pass.
No, what happened was I was doing the all black comedy show. This was
Where was it at?
Waterloo.
Waterloo where?
And this is
Got you.
I was doing a show with all black comics and like kind of like an urban night kind of thing, right? And it was my three friends who we all came up. I was headlining, right?
Got you.
And then they were all, doing black comedy. We say it all the time, right?
Yeah.
And then the host brings me up and he goes, well, obviously, as you know, white headliner, that concludes the N-word portion of the set,
so
right?
funny.
And then he brought me up and it's like kind of...
You have to see, he set you
And
up.
then I literally go, what's up, N-word? Like,
Yeah.
some shit like...
Oh,
it was
see,
just
that's
like it was just like
That's
so
great.
unexpected or whatever.
That's
And
brilliant,
and
though.
it did
That's
like
perfect timing.
crush, but I think that's the only time I've like done it. So I'm like retiring one and done.
Yeah, because you didn't write it. You just improvise. That's
it
improvised.
was just like so the opposite of what expected.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
And also there's the added thing of like obviously I'm these guys boy whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like maybe the perfect thing to.
That's
pop it,
like, and then with comedy, like that's a moment where as a real comedian, a real comedic talent, they're setting you up. It's not planned. It's almost like you had to do it.
But again though, on yours, Sid, like imagine that I was just feeling myself, imagine I did that and they were like, nah, dog, and I'm like, anyways, I'm gonna be up here for another 45 minutes.
Oh my god, 45 of just nobody just staring at you like this.
Yeah, just constantly being like, you probably should have done that N-word thing.
Like Ryan.
I should have started my set with the N-word.
Oh my god, like that it could have ended very, very bad.
Yeah, dude.
Both ways.
I'm like, anyways, like fucking sex is crazy.
Yeah, what about the president, huh, guys?
Yeah,
That's
like
so
that
funny.
could have went either way.
Oh my god,
Big
that would have been
time, big
hilarious.
time.
So right, we're about to be wrapping up. Like that's dude, I had so much, dude. I wrote so much shit for me and you, but I mean, we're doing right. So are you a movie buff? Are you a movie guy?
No,
You're not a movie guy. Have you seen?
I mean, I like watch movies, but like I'm not like
if I gave you a line of
Did I give you that impression that I'm like a movie guy?
No, I just want to know if I
didn't get that impression. I don't think you're a movie guy.
Yeah, I'm like
I think you'll watch a movie, but I don't think you're like remember the lines of a.
Yeah, like some nerd. No, I'm just
No,
no.
I think those people are really like in tune when you're really into the movies and like you can spit out a line. You're like, yeah, that's. From
I will.
The movie.
Yeah, totally. And I will say that probably my most thing that I do is like go to movies or jazz clubs. Like those are the two like
Really?
leisure activities I do.
What's your
Almost only like I almost don't do anything other than that. Like hang out at comedy clubs with friends.
Got you.
Like do this with 5 people talking
yeah.
shit, or go to like movies and jazz clubs. Like I don't really do anything other than that hobby.
What's your best movie you've seen recently? Anything crazy?
Yeah, Bullet Train was sick.
Bullet Train.
Yeah, Bullet Train's
the
fire.
Asian one. There's Asian.
Yeah, but it's Brad Pitt's like the star. So,
but it was sick. Was it sick?
I thought Bullet Train, but I think it was extra sick because like I think you were about as how like I think that like a lot of times movies, in comedy. Like comedy got so whack for like a little bit.
100%.
That just being like a normal, like good comic that's like really talented, has good jokes, is almost like refreshing.
Yes.
It is.
And it's like, I feel like my sketches had a little bit of that where it'd be like, people be like, this is so refreshing. And I'm like, I'm just doing comedy.
That's it.
Like
That's
real
such
comedy.
That's like such a treat for someone to just be like, yeah, just like doing comedy without like an agenda or whatever.
Exactly.
But I felt like Bullet Train was that for me where I was just like, this was just like a straight up, like down the middle, like
sick as
fun,
hell.
sick action movie. Like
Fuck yeah.
all the characters were cool.
Yeah.
It was like quirk. I just thought it was
was refreshing to see something like that because I haven't.
Maybe 8 years ago I would have been like, yeah, that was good. But like in like right now,
sick.
It was kind of like I felt like I hadn't seen a movie like that in a while.
I love that you said that because I've been waiting. I'm a huge movie buff. I had a show basically sold to E, which is called Buff Stop, where I would pull up in like an Uber to bus station.
It was like you just hanging out with buff dudes.
Yeah, Buff Stop. Yeah, but dude, I'm just a huge movie guy. So like when somebody has a movie, I'm watching Bullet Train tonight because of you.
Yo, Bullet Train is like really cool.
It's sick, and Brad Pitt's the main guy.
Yeah, and they even it was so smart in my opinion because they did all the Hollywood stuff you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right now, but not in a way that bothered you.
Got
like
you.
even here's an example. Like they have like they're not gonna really like Hollywood's not gonna be huge on having like non-white like villains. You know what I
Got
mean?
you.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
For example, that's why it's like always like Russian or whatever.
Yeah.
right?
Everybody's not whoever we're at war with. those are the bad guys, Russia or the Chinese.
Yeah, like
guy.
I mean, yeah, your people were fucking on
we
the
were-
chopping block
we
for
were
a
killing
minute.
it. Yeah, killing it.
They were.
But, like,
Yo, that is so funny though.
Yeah.
Even thinking about where they're just like the like unintended consequences of them being like, yeah, we're not making like brown guys bad guys anymore, and all the like actors are just like, okay, but that was like pretty sick roles.
yeah.
We were kind of eating up
Yeah,
that.
bro. You know how many
Real
auditions I
life.
went into where they're like, okay, more scary, and I was just like this. Everybody died. They're like,
Yeah.
nah, a little bit scarier.
course, yeah.
And now I can't even do
I
those.
will say, like, if there's always an opposite side of something. Like, if you're like the villain in terms of like Hollywood, where like even the way that people are like white dudes are bad, like, yo, if you're in the right spot, like even on stage, like I kind of like peak like 2015 where it was really like fuck white dudes. Like, I like, yo, anytime there's an energy period as like a good comic, you can now take that energy and do something with it.
Yes,
So
I can see that.
I kind of almost like liked that when it was like showing up and people, like a white, like I
They
kind of
already
almost
hate
like,
you, so you can already like take advantage of like the hate they
yeah.
have towards
So
you.
obviously in the industry, it's like not whatever. You're not the golden kid in the industry. That's not the. But so yeah, there was with that, like when fucking Middle Eastern dudes were the villains, I'm sure there was a lot of dudes that'd be like, yeah, dude, I made fucking 500 grand being like Middle Eastern villains.
Yeah, I died in 9 movies in a row, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so freaking funny.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. But they had the Asian guys were the villains,
Yeah.
but it was the white guy that joined the Asian guy.
guys, yeah.
They like did it in a way that they still like checked the right boxes,
Right.
but it wouldn't. It's like it's almost like they did like a double axle with this movie.
Yeah.
They did all the stuff you're supposed to do. It was super sick. Like,
I'm watching it. now.
To me, that was like that's the way to do a movie in Hollywood right now. And it's not like an Academy Award winning movie. It's like a
gives a
fun
shit?
action movie.
Good.
Yeah, I do that. Trust me, I want to watch some shit like that because I have the like, bro, the last dope movie I can remember seeing like theater wise was like Birdman or some shit where I was just like, holy
Birdman was
shit,
awesome.
bro, holy shit, like
Yeah,
shocked.
Birdman kicked
You
ass.
feel me, bro? Like that's the type of shit that
What's
I
the
wanna-
worst movie you've seen recently?
Oh my god, I haven't gone to a theater. It had to be something on Netflix. God, what the fuck?
There was a movie in theaters right now about a guy who goes to the bank to like.
Oh god, which
Black
one?
guy, he goes to the bank to rob the
The
bank.
veteran guy?
Yeah, veteran guy. Maybe the worst movie I've seen in 10 years.
Oh, what was the name of it? It's a true story.
It's a true story.
Oh my god, and he goes in.
It was wildly terrible.
horrible. Like it was like you thought it was a spoof of a real movie.
Dude, it was crazy. So first of all, his whole thing is he's gonna blow up the bank, right?
Yeah.
So because the
I think I
veterans
saw
owe
that.
him money,
You
right?
saw
Yeah.
it?
I think I saw something like
That's why
that.
she's
I'm like,
depressed. You're like, I don't want to talk.
And then
about
the first thing he goes into the bank and he's like, he wants his $800, and then he gets everyone out of the bank and he tells the 2 bank tellers, like, just so you know, if I blow up this bank, I'm going alone. Like, I'm not gonna blow up. So 10 minutes into the movie, you're like, so the whole like premise of the movie is maybe he like kills himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't even really know this guy.
No.
It's like a homeless. It's like basically a homeless guy walked into a bank and says, maybe I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
And then like they just have like negotiation phone calls for an hour and a half.
But
It was like crazy.
It was nuts.
Cringy.
I'd rather have the real guy just tell his story.
Honestly,
you know what I mean? Just write it and
if you saw the ending, that's not gonna be
Yeah, he's,
possible.
he's gone. I don't want to ruin it for everybody else, but Ryan, dude, thank you so freaking much
Yeah,
for
dude.
coming.
We have
brother.
some
You're
questions.
What? Huh?
I have some questions
Oh,
for
yes,
you.
Brian, we have some questions for
Yo, I
you.
love
Yes.
the fucking. I woke up like mad hungover and just like came here and we're getting drunk.
Nice.
That's like
Wake
super
you up.
fun.
Right. I'm happy that, dude. I'm not. That 100 proof is a rule tonight because I'm gonna come hang out with you in Miami. But what's the question?
So we have one for you, Ryan. It says, "What are some good comedy clubs to get started in Toronto?"
Toronto. Okay, so Toronto is like kind of actually popping off right
Good.
now in terms of because every little city only has clubs that are headliner clubs, and then you work really hard to get into that club, and maybe if you do, you get like 4 spots a month. Toronto has actual showcase clubs where they have like the way New York does, where it's 7 comics a night, 3 shows a night. So if you get into these places, you can do two shows a night. And I'll just say this: I've been thinking about a lot lately. That's kind of interesting. The Corner Comedy Club, I think, is the best, sickest place in the world. Like, but 30-person comedy club, and not the best place to get started, but you can get in there. And there was Yuck Yucks, absolutely. And when I started comedy, there was like a system. Like everyone would go to Yuck. You try to get on Yuck Yucks, then you try to get on these CBC things, then you try to get on Just for Laughs. Like you did all this stuff. And me and all this little crew of people, we really like Joe, the guy who did comedy, was into cool comedy, and we all were there every night, right?
Yeah.
And we had to quit Yuck Yucks. Yuck Yucks goes, you can't do this club if you don't quit Yuck Yucks.
Oh, really? It's one of those.
They're all like, that's everywhere,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, basically, and since then, there's about 4 people that have all got really popular.
Yeah.
Like maybe, or whatever, whatever you describe what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Like if you call that really popular, but like, you know, selling out comedy clubs,
Yeah,
right?
beautiful.
There's me, Nima Nazira, Shade Arena,
Beautiful. Yeah.
big selling out, clubs and then adding new shows, selling
Hell
out those
yes.
clubs. And all of us came from this one tiny little comedy club.
Sick.
Every person that's selling out like places right now and has a big
that
fan
wasn't
base there was 5 clubs, 7 scenes. There was one scene.
Main one was that right there.
And it was the one that like, this club was, people would be like, don't like fuck with it kind of thing.
Wow, see, is that weird?
Well, because they'd be like, we're like edgy or whatever. So
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
like, it'll be like girls wouldn't want to come there because other girls would be like, oh, you're doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're hanging around. Like it was bad news kind
Yeah.
of thing. And all the comics there were like getting amazing, not booking showcases. Funniest guys in the world wouldn't get the industry love, even on like the social justice shit
Yeah.
where they would be like, oh, we want like diversity, but it's like this club was the most diverse club. It was all like Indian dudes and black dudes
really?
and like just a lot of hood dudes have been in
Yeah.
jail. Like it was mostly men. I
Yeah.
will say it was like on terms of like men and women, it was a very like male dominated space.
Yeah.
But those guys, like this guy Nitish Sakuja, one of the funniest guys in the world, never gets industry love.
Yeah.
They say they want diversity, but what they mean is like saying their stuff, right?
100%.
So every person right now from Toronto or Canada, period, that's like actually popping off in like a real way,
Started from the
not like you booked some TV shows but no one cares.
Yeah.
Came from this one little place,
And what was it called?
the Corner Comedy Club.
Corner Comedy. Now I
So
wanna
in my mind, it's like the like lesson from that is like find a pocket when you start. Find or create a pocket where you go, there's something like cool happening
Yeah.
here. Like look at your gut to find a scene or create one where you're like, no, we have something cool here. And this is like, everyone here is getting really good. And we're like kind of doing comedy a little different and inventing something.
I
The
love
culture of it. The culture
There's
of
like
it.
you go, that as soon as you're looking at like a corporate-y system.
Yeah, you can see it.
You
Yeah.
can see it. You go, yeah, I can like work really hard to sort of get a job here. And like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's in music, I'd say that. In podcasting, everything.
And
And
I feel
everything
like.
just
It's like, where's the energy?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
that
the-
matches yours where you
we-
can come in.
So
and,
right,
yeah.
we all
Where's the
just
energy at?
We all have to read a book called The Blue Ocean Strategy, which is basically what you just said is you're in a red ocean. Red ocean is everybody's fighting. Like let's say everybody's to make it in this industry, blah, blah, blah. You find your own fucking avenue and you find somewhere it's uncontested.
Yeah, because the next avenue that people are getting popular on doesn't exist yet.
Right.
Exactly,
The thing-
right? That's the blue ocean
yeah.
where
And
nobody's
that's not
fighting.
like
It's just
me
you by
saying that.
yourself. Yeah, but Brian, hey,
course.
dude,
Yeah.
honor to meet you. I think you're one of the
So fun
funniest cats,
hanging,
bro.
bro.
You are a G. I'm going to Miami today. I'm not messing around. So you guys, Ryan is going
That'd
to
be
be
sick, yeah.
So Brian, so you're done with Miami, but we're gonna go out. So
Yeah, I'm here tonight and tomorrow, and then I'm
So
going
the-
back to New York for a couple of days. Then I'm coming.
So
back.
the fellas tour is September 21st, San Jose, California. All my Cali people go see him. He's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
September 22nd, Tacoma. September 25th, you're going back to LA, and then October.
No, I think I'm gonna stay there between those dates.
Okay, you're gonna stay.
I don't know. I gotta figure that out. It is like kind of bad. Like
No,
rooting.
well, I'm just gonna tell people. But right, follow him on Instagram. Go to RyanLongComedy.com.
Yeah,
Is it
RyanLongComedy.com.
RyanLongComedy.com to find. But guys,
Those shows are selling really good. Tacoma, we already added another show.
Tacoma's another show.
Yeah,
so
and
you
then
might
some
be
other
saying-
big ones. Come to Chicago. Come to my Toronto show.
Yeah, go
in
to
December.
Chicago.
Like,
All the bigger spots.
Charlotte's really good. Miami was like legitimately
I know
maybe
you love
my
it.
worst selling show.
Really? Well, dude, everybody's on cocaine and they're all
She
crazy.
said that that's true. Like the Melissa who runs the club. I kept, you know how when you're doing tours, you get your like
course.
updates of the ticket
Course.
sales. I was always like, what's
wrong
I still like we did like 250 or something, but I was like, of my tickets, that was the one where I looked at. I don't know America that well, where
Yeah.
I'm like know the
Yeah,
vibes of cities that much,
yeah.
but I was like looking at the population of Miami and then looking at my ticket sales, and I'm like. I kept pushing. I'm like, why can't I move tickets in Miami? And what do you think? Why is that?
I'll tell you right now.
Is it because it's like I'm white and like it's like a
because you see how
ethnic
cool
thing?
you look right here. If you had a picture of a bunch of blow and you went on the cover, they're coming.
They
if
were
you were doing
saying that
cocaine in your headshot, they're coming.
Really?
If you're the party crazy guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a party city.
It's
I
a
Is it
know.
just
party
like,
city.
is
It's
my
like a-
vibe just not like
No,
suiting
you
it or
no,
something?
no, Brian, trust me, I have the same problem. I would just put cocaine, put flour all over your nose.
You
and
need to
people are like,
turn your show into a party?
it's a dude because
Essentially.
Which is like weird. Dude, I sold like way more tickets in Jacksonville
Is that cra-
last
but-
night, which
but-
is
Yeah,
way
must have
smaller.
Yo, is this crazy?
2
Though?
nights ago.
These people, this audience, like in Miami, they're all loud. They're all in their own world. They're all, dude. It's like you're walking into a Las Vegas casino. Everybody's insane, and you're like, listen to me.
Such a wild
Nobody gives a
place.
shit, bro. But anyway,
Yeah, it's such a wild
It's
place.
nuts. But Ryan, you have no idea how much I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, this was great.
This was sick. And guys, listen, go on his Instagram, Ryan Long. We're gonna be in Miami tonight. And guess what? We might be arrested. I mean, we already started.
Might get arrested. The Boys Cast with Ryan Long's the
Boy-
podcast.
the Boys Cast.
YouTube.com/Ryan Long
Yo,
Comedy.
guys, I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Peace and love.
I'm gonna come right back.
Go, Ryan.
No, you're good. Go ahead.